Hi, everybody. I'm Russ, and welcome to our weekly show.
Whoa, what the heck? You ain't Russ? I don't think so. Hello, everybody. And if you haven't noticed, I put a little thing on the Facebook to say about a surprise. Well, the surprise is I'm at my friend Darryl Jones, his Knot Wooodshop. I'm in his shop today, or tonight actually, and we've been turning some bowls this afternoon. He is teaching me how to turn bowls, and that's what we're going to do tonight. He's got set up over there on his lathe a blank for turning a bowl. I'm going to try to round it off, rough it out, and then he's going to take over and do his mastery. So Darryl's very good. Well, he's got some bowls over here to show, and I actually turned one this afternoon under his expertise. So I don't really have any announcements at the moment, other than I haven't checked Facebook, and I really don't think anybody answered the question to win the prize as to what was the surprise that I had for tonight. But yeah, Darryl only lives about an hour and a half from me. He lives up in Sanford, which is north of Orlando, and I live down in Mulberry. So, we first met last year at the Atlanta show,
right?
But we really didn't talk that much. And then I don't remember when was our next meeting? Oh, I invited you on the show.
Yeah,
that's right. Then I invited him on the show, and he did the pin box.
Right.
And so he did the pin box, and that turned out real well. And so I found out he lived up here, and then the next thing you know, we're good friends. So yeah, had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did those 2 events together too.
Oh yeah, we did the Rockler
meet and greet,
and then the Maker Fair, yeah, together. So a lot of fun. Really nice guy, really great guy, beautiful wife. He's got what, 3 or 4 boys?
4 boys.
4 boys. I actually have 4 boys, so we got a lot in common. So, and his wife is from Puerto Rico. My wife is from Puerto Rico, so we have a lot in common. So he's like my brother from another mother. So anyway, that's, like I said, I don't really have any announcements. The only thing I need to do before we get started is, and I got my notes this time, is talk about my sponsors. Devobal Technologies for web design, development, and hosting. Go to devobal.com. They're the ones that did my website, and also are working on like 4 other people websites that's on the show. Olive Wood 2000 for beautiful, elegant, Holy Land olive wood. Visit Olive Wood 2000 on eBay today. And FastCap, innovative products for the professional woodworker. Go to fastcap.com. That's all I got. So let's go down the list and let everybody introduce themselves before we get started. So we can move right along. And I'll start from my right for a change. So the first person on my right is Zach. Tell us where we can find you, your website, your YouTube, all that.
Crap, why do I have to be first? So I'm Zach Mandering, Southern Ginger Workshop. You can find me mostly on YouTube and Instagram. I'm pretty active in the community under Southern Ginger Workshop. I also have a website, as you would expect, called southerngingerworkshop.com. In fact, one of the things I have been working on is redesigning my website. So I love for you guys' input.
Cool. I'm looking for the chat section over here. Somehow my chat section has disappeared on me. I don't know why. Whoops. Whoop. Yeah. And this is disappearing on me. Next is Tommy G. We got to find my chat section.
Yeah, my name's Tommy Gonzalez. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, on Tommy G Workshop, and you can check out my website at tommygworkshop.com.
There's the chat section with all the people in it. Wow, did you hear that?
Yeah, the wind in the door.
The wind is like really kicking up. That storm's coming, hitting us. So we're actually having our first taste of winter, and his door behind us is creaking from the wind. So next is Russ Meadows.
Hey everybody, Russ Meadows. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube under Rusty Nails Woodshop. And that'll get me.
Great. And then Mr. JP, Jamie Page.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jamie Page. You can find me on YouTube at JP Woodwork. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JP_Woodwork. And you can find me on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes at Makers International Podcast.
Great. Next is David Goon.
I'm David, and I'm from Arkansas, in case you couldn't tell from the accent. DLG Woodworks, where you can find me. YouTube and Instagram is where I'm probably the most active. Thanks for having me on the show, Sam and Russ, even though you didn't bring me nothing for Christmas.
Yeah, you did. You got coal. Anyway, next is Chris Ahern.
Hey guys, Chris here from the Old Cranky Workshop. You can find me on Facebook and on YouTube under Old Cranky Workshop. And I'm also up here in the Northeast, the home of the future Super Bowl champions, the Patriots. So that's it.
Very good. You've got a little taste of winter up there. How much snow you get today?
We're about 6 or 7 right now, and it's still coming down.
Wow.
So, and it's supposed to snow till sometime tomorrow morning.
It's not going to snow here, I should say. So
I'll send you some. I got a cooler. I'll ship it down.
But they're predicting like the mid-30s here in Florida, which is cold as crap for Florida, I can tell you.
I take it right now. It's about 20 degrees.
Yeah.
I'm right in the shop.
I haven't checked the temperature. I'd be willing to say it's got to be in the 40s.
Yeah, probably. It's 69 in here.
Yeah. We're running.
Only got to the shop to get beer tonight. That's one thing I got.
Yeah. All right. And then last but not least, Mr. Charles Deering.
Hello, I'm Jamie Page. I'm in the UK somewhere. I'm Charles Deering, woodenvisions.com. You can find all my social media links right there. And if you don't mind, I'd like to promote something real quick, if that's okay with you, Russ.
Go ahead.
For those that don't know, Beth Gidney, Brian's wife, is having medical issues, and they could really use some help. So if you don't mind going to summerswoodworking.co and click on the Beth's Cancer Fund, please help if you can. You're not required to, but it would be cool. And we all hope the best for Beth. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And yes, I was going to mention that too, is that, they just found out the other day, for those of you, Brian Gidney from over at Summers Woodworking, they just found out the other day that his wife, she's been having a lot of problems with her lungs, breathing and stuff, but she has cancer in her lung. One lung or so lungs, I'm not sure. But anyway, so, cancer takes a toll on not only the physical part, and when you're married, especially the spouse is going to be drastically affected also. So it only takes a toll physically, but also financially. I mean, it's cost a lot, even if you have insurance nowadays. Still, the treatments are just, very, very expensive. So if you could, those of you who have a little extra cash, I know it's right after Christmas, times are hard. But go over there to it's summerswoodworking.co. Did you say, Charles? Okay, summerswoodworking.co, and on there is like a link for the menu bar for Beth's Cancer, and contribute if you don't mind. Some people ask, why didn't you go through GoFundMe? And GoFundMe and a lot of these other places, whether you know it or not, they take money out of the people that are contributing. So in other words, let's say for every $100 that you could, or that they probably would contribute, $10 or so, there's an amount that comes out of that goes to GoFundMe to run GoFundMe. I mean, it's not any big deal other than that's what they charge. So by doing it this way, by directly donating through and to Brian and Beth, they're saving a few bucks, or they're getting a little bit more for them. So if you don't mind, go over there and share the love and donate if you can. So going into bowl turning, I came over today a little early to get some expertise instructions on, and guess what I have? This is what Daryl helped me or showed me how to turn today. He's a very good instructor, very good instructor. So we even put 3 little lines in it. So I've only turned one bowl. I've turned a bunch of pins, probably about 50 pins, maybe 60. but only turned one bowl. And wow, this is nice. And he also has this, what do you call it?
Oh, shine juice.
His shine juice that he makes. So I don't think it's he might divulge the secret to the his shine juice. So I won't tell you. He told me, but I'm his best buddy, so he would always tell me. So, but anyway, this is what you said the wood was?
Sapele.
Sapele. And he had a piece of it and he gave it to me and we turned it today, and it's beautiful. I mean, I love it. So I mean, this is as smooth as a baby's butt, and I know because I've got twin grandkids that just came last week, so I know what a baby's butt feels like. So.
Oh, Lord.
Smooth as a baby's butt. So that shine juice really does a number on this. So really nice. And he's got some stuff over here. I want that he's gonna go ahead, show off your stuff. Talk about it. So
Yeah, I got a couple of bowls. Lately I've been, by the way, I didn't do the intro, but my name is Darryl Jones. I'm out on social media and YouTube, lots of other places as Knot Wooodshop. Some of you might know, but most of you probably don't. I also have a website. It's not going to blow anybody's socks off at this point, but it's out there, dreadnoughtwoodshop.com. And also, I've recently become a member of Family Lab, which is a makerspace in Longwood, Florida, if you're nearby. And I'm going to be teaching classes there starting hopefully this month. I'm fixing up the wood shop area so that, people can go there and utilize the lessons that I give them, that I teach them. So anyway, lately I've been turning quite a few bowls. I've typically made furniture and boxes and things like that, but the lathe is gotten a hold of me. So anyway, I'll share a couple of those now. This bowl right here is made out of box elder, and it's got some nice red coloration in it. This was a tree that was blown over during Hurricane Matthew, and a good friend of mine, George, in our turning club, found the tree, and he was kind enough to share in the loot. So we all went out there and cut it up, and that's one piece of it right there.
Yeah, if this red does not disappear, because I know sometimes colors in different wood over a period of time will change or dissipate or whatever. This is just absolutely. I have never seen red like this in the wood like this. So this is just absolutely gorgeous. He even signs his the bottom of his bowls. So that's pretty cool. I think you said this one was actually turned in 2017. There, right?
Yeah.
And look what he put on there, 2016.
If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of the bowl, and then about an hour later, I posted a picture of the bottom of the two bowls that I did in 2017, and after I caught the fact that I dated them incorrectly.
It always takes me. Remember back when we used to use checks, write checks. It always take me the first 3 or 4 months to get used to writing the next year's date.
Yeah.
So
evidently, it's gonna take me a little bit too. So hopefully, I'll get the next one right. But this right here is also a piece of box elder. It's not from the same tree, and the red is not quite as pronounced. But this was a crotch section of the tree, so it's got some pretty nice figure, which is most likely not going to translate in over this video. And that's a pretty good size bowl at about 11.5 inches. And the wife usurped that one and dubbed it her fruit bowl. So that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, these things are they almost don't feel like wood. They're so smooth. I mean, really, it almost feels like a plastic or something because it's so smooth. Awesome.
And then this one right here is one of my recent favorites. This one is made out of Florida cherry. And I wasn't sure it was even going to be a bowl because of this section up here. I thought sure it was going to fly off, but I just hung in there, and I was lucky enough that it held together long enough to turn into something nice. And on the inside, there's a couple of places where I wasn't real pleased with, but with something like this, if you get it to hold together far enough, you got to kind of let that go to keep from turning it too thin and having it fall apart. So
I have no idea how the heck that held on. I mean, and then the inside, that's just absolutely gorgeous.
So that was a lot of fun. I evicted a lot of worms.
Find a new home. And you got one more?
Oh, yeah.
I've done that too, Daryl. I've got quite a few pieces of wood that literally had worms still coming out of it.
Yeah, this one I thought I was all done before I put the finish on, and I had a friend come by over the holiday, and she's holding this bowl, and she's like, "Oh my God, this is so awesome!" Right? And she's spinning it around and spinning it around, and a couple of dizzy worms started coming up out of the thing, and she's like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "Don't drop it!"
Jeff Robinson wants to know if you've ever done any open segmented bowls.
Not yet, but I'm going to be doing that real soon.
No, we were talking about that today because I've got which I will be doing some videos and posting on YouTube, some stuff that I wanted to try some segmented bowls, and I've got a couple of things that that I'm going to be doing some YouTube videos on that will help me do some segmented bowls. So he hasn't done them, so I might be. He's got a. Don't you have an Incra?
Yes, I do.
For his table saw that he could do segmented bowls. He's just never tried them, so I'm hoping I could beat him to it.
Yeah, I also made a wedgie sled.
A wedgie sled. Oh yeah. Those
And
nice.
but I just haven't had time to do it. I prior to Christmas break, I had. If you're following me on Instagram, which apparently that's my medium of choice these last few months, based on activity, but I had commissions for 8 American Girl doll beds and a couple of boxes, and that ate up all my time, and I wasn't able to really do anything else. But so I hadn't been able to utilize my wedgie sled, but that's something that's coming real soon.
Yeah, for those that you don't know, wedgie sleds are not accidents you have in the snow.
It's not the wedgie where you're. Never mind.
Yeah.
And this last bowl here I have is also Florida cherry. It was a bigger bowl, but I let some time lapse between starting it and finishing it, and the top part warped real bad, so it got beheaded, and now it's a shallower bowl, but still just as nice.
It used to be at least a couple inches.
Yeah,
a couple of inches higher, but he said it warped real bad, and to the point that he couldn't even do anything other than just part it off and turn it as a shallow bowl. This is, the figuring on this is just absolutely beautiful too. So, all right, let me get over here. We've got Robert Evans, Becca Miller, Terry Woodcraft, Temple Boy Turnings, which is Steve, Live Edge. Live Edge was nice. Jeff Robinson over in the chat, Spiritual Splinters, Mark, can't think of his last name. Anyway, Jim Bashir's, Inspired Woodworks, Donna Presley. So nice little group over there. All right, so we are going to go over to the lathe at this point. So I'm going to have to move the camera and probably the mic over that way. So I'm going to ask the guys to entertain you for a few seconds so I can I'm going to have to mute myself. I don't want y'all getting dizzy and move the camera over because I've got to put it on I've got to put the mount on the bottom of it real quick and put it over on a tripod over here. You can see the tripod's over here somewhere. Anyway, I got to put it on the tripod. So Charles, entertain them for a few minutes until I can get the thing set up. I'm going to turn off the camera and the microphone.
Just give me soda. No, everybody want to go down the panel and talk about the weather, football, anything? Except Jamie. Jamie makes fun of American football.
It's called hand egg.
Yeah,
hey, we got some snow here in the north of Hotlanta today. Yeah.
We dang near did. We got big old ice chips on our vehicles, but no precipitation stuck. But
there was enough. Excuse me. There was enough for me to get out there with the 4-wheeler and do some donuts. So that was fun.
Sweet.
It was 26 degrees this morning when I went to work.
26.
It was cold.
That is cool.
Still below 26, still snowing. Will too. Sometime tomorrow morning it's supposed to stop.
And for those of you that follow football, if you care, the Houston Texans beat the Raiders 27-14.
I follow football, but I don't care for the Houston. I'm a Dallas man.
Well, me too, most definitely. But
Dallas at my Longhorn.
Dallas and New England in the Super Bowl.
It's looking like it.
Yep. And we know who'll win it. So.
Yeah, Dallas.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Yeah, Robert's
Yeah,
out in that.
Cinderella team, buddy. Cinderella team this year.
Robert Evans is wanting to know who wants to bet or any bets on the NFC Championship. No, I think the biggest threat, I know this is not woodworking related, but I think the biggest threat, in my opinion, the biggest threat to the Cowboys are the Packers,
Green Bay
because
Packers.
they're on a roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be a big game.
It's not in the shop. Yeah, it's not in the shop.
Uh-oh,
Can you hear me?
Pack.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
We
yeah.
need your feedback on football first. What do you think's going to happen?
I haven't even kept up with it this year that much.
Oh, crap.
So,
I think they're going to hit it out to left field and get a home run and then slam dunk it.
okay, so if y'all guys, if you would, Charles, keep an eye on the chat and let me know if there's any questions that we need to answer. This thing should mute. If it doesn't, go ahead and mute me. If I don't know if you can mute me as since I'm the.
Can I just ask what lathe that is?
Yes, you can be muted, Russ. I just muted you just to test. Oh, no,
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure in case it got too noisy that you could mute us, and I'll look over, and if it's muted when I go to talk, I'll open up. You wants to know what lathe this is?
This is the Nova 1624. Not the variable speed model, but you know.
It's a nice lathe, a lot nicer than mine. So, all right, so we're going to start off with, I'm going to get it set up.
Yeah.
I'm going to rough this thing, so don't laugh at me, because he was kind of like laughing and snickering at me today, because I'm really an inexperienced turner, I can tell you that right off the bat. So I'm going to go over here and kind of like rough this thing in, and then he's going to take over and do his magic, and hopefully we'll get this bowl turned. Yeah, hopefully we can get it finished before the end of the show. Do I need to go any closer, or is that good enough?
That looks good.
That's
All
good, but you should probably click on yourself, Russ, so that we can, so it
Yes.
doesn't keep twitching.
Yeah, Miter Mike wants to know if you use carbide or traditional tools. I'm sure we'll see that shortly, but you know, if you have a preference.
I use both. I like carbide best. Daryl?
I have used carbide, but I've been switching over to traditional. I'm not as good with it as I'd like to be, but so I'll probably be using carbide for the demonstration for time's sake. But the bowls that I shared today, all of those returned with traditional tools, and I like that much better than the carbide.
So let's get this thing going so that we're gonna finish this bowl today.
Yeah.
Even if we go over, we're gonna finish this bowl today.
You gotta adjust that.
Yes.
It's set from my big head.
Straight your big head.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Swallow you up.
Yeah.
He's got a big head, too.
If one of y'all, since I'm covering the outside chat, if one of y'all can mute him if it needs to be done, I don't have enough brain cells to go back and forth.
I'll take care of it.
Do what now?
I was saying if it doesn't automatically mute, I needed somebody else to mute you if it got too loud so I could monitor.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Right now, everybody's arguing football.
Most of the time when we start on these shows, I forget that the camera's not over here where the computer is, so my butt's walking over here to the stupid computer. Anyway, hello. Most of the time when we do stuff like this, when the tool starts getting really loud, it will automatically mute itself. If this does not do it, then I'm going to ask one of them to mute, and then we'll go over there and check and put it back on. So, yeah, I'm not. What do you want me to use? Carbide?
You can use whatever you want.
I'll use the carbide.
Yeah.
To do
By the
this.
way, this tool he picked up, I actually made this one.
He made this, so
Russ, they wanted to know what kind of wood that was. I hadn't been listening.
this is camphor.
Smells good.
Yeah, camphor. So,
All right, Russ. So listen,
yes.
that might it's a little bit. See, it's not really square. So, take it easy.
Don't go too hard on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get it to mount flat like I would have liked it to.
Okay.
But it should be okay.
He's giving me the
Let
one.
me get my glasses.
Well, you know, the only bad thing about it is they can't see the TV actually connecting with the camera on the other side. But
Wait, no, hold on.
I'm debating whether or not to mute because it's not terribly annoying, but yeah, I don't know how it sounds to the YouTube crowd.
Don't mute it. It's
So,
fine.
let's see.
No, that's all right.
Oh, it just seated
Uh-huh.
it. It's fine. It's gonna be
And
much more crooked now.
He's got sawdust, lots of sawdust in his beard. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Ken Moon is saying that
Don't
that
do
wood
that
is
when I'm
used.
drinking.
It's gonna be much more lopsided now.
Ken Moon is saying that kind of wood is used in furniture in Asia.
We are having technical difficulties.
Which I kind of I half expect.
That's because you're live.
Exactly.
Should be okay now. Go ahead. Give it a shot. Yeah, just go ahead. It's just walk. It's just off center. Really off. See if you look up here. Look at the horizon. I forgot to tell you before. Like watch the horizon.
Yeah.
You can see what you're actually doing.
Yep. Never noticed that before.
Yeah.
What I will do, guys, is after he gets to go into the bowl, I'll be able to control the camera. I got a little bit better cord, and I'll try to come around on this side and get a little bit better view of him using the tool. But for right now, you got what you got. Sorry. Well, you can really see it.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper now.
I would screw less and less because you can see the reason why I keep stopping is because the threads are getting up. Yeah, the threads are getting up. Woo! Maybe they should mute it and then I'll put the air cleaner on.
It's funny, Russ. The majority of the chat has been about football, but a few people are talking about how you're collecting dust on your belly and your beard.
All in the air too.
I mean, that to me.
All around him and everywhere.
I did
They
my
playing, man.
instructor. I told him, I said, I think it looks round to me. And he goes, that ain't round. He's a hard man to please. I'm not trying to go heavy.
Yeah, I know. It's just that wood screw is keeping up.
Russ, are you able to hear me?
You probably can. He's just ignoring you.
Yeah.
Do what?
I was going to say, if you can hear me, not to step on Daryl's toes, but one way to see if it's round is to rest a flat spot on the while it's turning, and if it vibrates, it's not round.
And you can see that's not round.
Yeah, sure.
I'd be afraid to use the corner of it.
This way?
I always use my tongue. You could try that.
Every time I try to dig
Makes a good viewing.
You say that to an experienced person.
So that woodworm screw, man. Tell you what, I need to give me a fix for it. But I got a fix for it either way. Boy, that was strong. Woo! That's strong.
Hey, Russ, Rick Hutchison says it looks like you might be turning below center, but you might be right in the middle. I can't tell.
What plane was it? Playing the tool?
Yeah, let me see. Try it like this. Nope.
Yep.
No, he's good. Should be close.
Yeah. A little bit down there.
There you go.
Close enough?
Yep.
Ta-da!
Brown wood.
Yay.
Yeah, there you go. You're cutting everywhere. Good job. So let me see if I can find that caliper real quick. Because I'm gonna need that. Is it on the bench?
Which one are we looking for?
The Harbor Freight one. Oh, here it is. Got it.
Okay.
All right. So it's me.
Yep. Give me 1 second. Let me see about pulling this cord. Stand by, people, so I get this cord pulled over the computer and around this way. Because, all right, I'm going to make y'all seasick, so hang on. We'll see.
By the way, Russ, Mark's last name is Stallings, in case you're sure.
I'm bad about I'm getting older. I am getting worse about names. So
I've been trying to forget them. I just can't.
Actually, try this. Try this.
You're good.
Is that better?
Yep.
Better?
That looks good.
All right.
All right. Now you get
I
to
don't
see
get
somebody that knows what they're doing.
Who's that?
No, can't see.
The camera cord is not long enough for me to get on the other side.
There's another extension.
Yeah, it still wouldn't run all the way.
It wouldn't?
But anyway, what he's doing is setting up for the tenon on the other side.
For anybody that's curious, I'm using one of those wood screws that come with the chuck. And the reason why I keep stopping is because lately I've been having a little problems with the wood screw with the threads giving up. Unfortunately, I don't have a faceplate for this machine, so that's the reason why it stops, because the threads aren't really holding, but it's holding well enough for me to make a tenon, so that's what I'm going to do. And then when I flip it over, it won't make a difference.
For those of you who are watching that may not understand, this is the wood screw. What this does is this end goes into the clamp or the chuck, and it holds it like this. And this literally gets screwed into the piece of wood. What is happening is the wood is failing against these screws, and it's just turning around it rather than it holding on to it and keeping it in place.
told you she liked camphor.
Yeah. His wife loves the smell of camphor. Yeah, Stephen Twaddell said that you can make a faceplate or use a sacrificial glue block. Yes, but we had already had this set up for the wood screw. Unfortunately, yeah.
See, it's failing because the camphor is really soft, so that's failing.
It just basically blew out the screw hole, but that's fine.
Yeah, I may do. Hopefully I didn't make that too big.
Yeah, had we anticipated on the blowout, we would have glued something or done something different. But unfortunately, we're into this now, so we're going with it.
It's all good anyway.
Yeah. I don't think hot glue would have helped on this one because of the way it blew out the wood. It just actually, the wood just let go big time. So
Sure you don't want to try to get that extension? Come around.
well, the one thing, if I do that, I'm going to unplug the camera and I have to reset.
Oh, don't worry.
So, is there any way we could turn the lathe on around?
Sure.
Bring that in on around. Hang on with us, guys. We're gonna try to swing the lathe around.
I had some remodeling in mind. That's what I did.
Only in line.
I like it in some corners. Okay, so can you get it over that one?
Yeah, I'm going.
Use that out.
Yes, we should be able to get around that.
Next time you visit his shop, it's going to be exactly the same.
True.
It'll be the same problem.
What we won't do for
Can you get over my shoulder?
yeah.
The wire is on the other side.
Better? I will see. If I don't get in the way, once I start.
Oh,
Hey, you dropped something.
Yeah, I see that.
Oops.
Man, this is a terrible piece of camera. Oh, no.
It's a Britney bowl.
What you need?
I did it again.
Hey, everything that can possibly happen will happen when it's live. Trust me.
Yeah, no, definitely.
All right.
I've had this. It's happened so many times.
All right, I better stay this time. Okay. Attempt 2. May have to use a different piece of wood.
Hey, Daryl, does Temple Boy Attorneys want to know if you ever use traditional tools?
Yes, usually I do.
We're just messing with the carbides today.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm not. My tool control with the traditional stuff isn't quite as good as I'd like it to be, and I figured for time's sake, it'd be easier to use these.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the carbide.
There it goes. Again. Damn it.
And Donna Presley wants to know what speed you're running at in between mistakes. I added that last part.
About 1,000 RPM.
About 1,000 RPM.
This piece of camphor is crap. Holy crap.
Well, when it blew out like that with the screw wormhole in it, I was
Yeah, but
like,
that's happened before, and it was fine when I turned it around. But this is ridiculous. So let's just do this instead. I don't even know if I can. Nah, I wouldn't be able to use that. I was gonna try to use the armrest. The tail saw.
Just take a little more time.
So hop off again. We're doing something else.
Man, let me tell you, this camphor is opening my sinuses up.
Yeah, it is.
Woo!
If my nose starts running, it ain't my fault.
I ain't wiping it for you. What's your checker?
As far as opinions go, people are in the chat. It sounds and looks like you're doing aggressive cutting. Jeff Robinson recommends using the tail.
He is. He's aggressively.
I am being really aggressive.
Yeah, he's being aggressive.
Yeah, very.
One of the reasons he's being aggressive, or we are being aggressive, is because you do realize this is only a 1 hour show of those of you in the chat. So we're trying to do this and show how to do it and get it done within the hour show. Now, we can go over, yes, but we want to be here all night.
Right. All right. Here's my opportunity to embarrass myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and address the lip here. Try to get this here cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, and another thing is too, I want everybody to know, until you're put in the hot seat, when you have to do something like this live in front of people that you know there are people out there, well, it makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, it does. So you're gonna put a couple lines in it?
Yeah.
A couple lines in it?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Do that, and I'll sand it up. Slap some finish on it. All right.
You got a pretty cool way of putting some lines in it.
Is that piece of wire still up there?
No, I don't see it.
Hang on, let me take a little trip.
Anyway, what he does is take the corner of the tool and puts a little line into it with the very corner, and then he takes a piece of wire and he burns those lines that he grooved into. Pretty unique little trick, let me tell you.
There you go. Man, I'll get some sandpaper and
All the sandpaper's over there. You know the sandpaper's on the other side of the lathe. Before I leave tonight, I'll help you set this lathe back where it was.
all right. Try this. A little bit of dust control. That'd be good. Where's that little white remote?
Oh, it's so quiet.
That was a bit much.
The chat is going by so quick. There's a lot of critiquing this and that, but there's not a lot of questions. Just
Well, it looks like a lot of them are talking to each other, which is awesome.
yeah,
That's what the community is about.
yeah, sure. And I agree. I just regarding questions, there's just not any coming in. There's differences of opinion and casual chat and critiquing what should be done, could be done, blah 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 blah.
Well, everybody's got their own way of doing it.
Yeah, I was gonna. Temple Boy actually just mentioned this. I've seen. Yeah, I would put handles on that wire. I've seen people do that where the wire will pull your hand in. Oh no, that ain't cool.
No.
I do like how that dust collection is pulling that dust right in. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Nice little funnel.
Jerry Blakesley, I may have missed part of your conversation because I'm a little confused now. I'm trying to multitask here.
Yeah, I hear Charles! Exclamation point.
Yeah, and he said, "Did I spell that backwards?" And I don't know if I'm walking into a joke or did I miss something he said. No,
That's
Jerry
not bad. I
Blakesley.
mean, he made this bowl in what, 30 minutes? That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Jerry Blakesley is a hoot to watch on Facebook Live. I mean, the people around him and him. I know that's a total subject change, but anyway.
Oh, is Jerry in the chat room, is he? Hey,
Yeah.
Jerry! Love the show, man!
What he said is he loves your show. Hello, Jerry. I'm making fun of because somebody said earlier he needs a translator, but I can understand him, by God.
I need a translator, eh?
Oh, he was asking if he spelled Bob backwards. All righty then. So that's typical Jerry.
Let's see what he did there.
I spell it backwards all the
Oh,
time.
make it extreme.
I muted him. I tried to unmute him. It wouldn't work.
Yeah, that only they
He's going to have
can.
to do it. He probably hadn't even noticed he's muted.
Yeah, there's
I've got to say, if you've never heard of Make It Extreme channel, A, where have you been? And B, go and check out that channel. It is awesome.
I'm trying to keep this family friendly, but there's a message to you, Jimmy, in the outside chat by Shogun Jimmy. I don't know if it's an inside joke.
Quick plan. Yes, I made a pen out of hex nuts. And I called it a nutty pen, and everyone seems to like it in the community, but everybody outside of the community hates it.
Well, Russ got a bunch of complaints last time I said something not family friendly, so I wasn't sure if I should repeat it.
Where is it?
Sometimes I say things I shouldn't.
There we go. You can all see my nuts on camera.
Alrighty then.
Oh, man, look at it.
That's embarrassing.
And it's also got like a twiddly thing on the inside of it there.
Twiddly thing?
Yeah, so you can twiddle with it. You can twiddle with the nuts as well.
Hold on now.
Okay, yeah,
Hold
we get let's
Double intender there.
let's try to keep this obviously family friendly. Got 54 people watching, 26 thumbs up. We need some more thumbs ups, even for Chipped Wood, because it's alive and these things happen, and they're making an effort. Come on, Russ is hiding probably, Jerry.
Tell him to unmute himself and start talking.
What up, Carl? Long time no talk. Yeah, Russ. What Russ said. That's too many Russes.
Yeah, if I didn't run that dust collector, we'd be.
Yeah, guys, he started out sanding with what grit is that one?
120.
120, and we're going to work our way through the grits real quick on the inside, and then as much as we can on the outside. Any questions out there?
I haven't seen any questions. So there's been some differences of opinion on critiques and different methods of doing things, but nothing.
Yeah, nobody's going to do everything the exact same.
Yeah.
Has Daryl ever tried Yorkshire Grit or Hampshire Sheen by any chance?
What is it?
Yorkshire Grit or Hampshire Sheen. You've heard of that, right?
No.
They're like a paste grit they use.
Oh, for polishing?
Yeah, for polishing and stuff.
No, I haven't tried that yet.
It's available in the States and wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, we did, and I haven't tried it as of yet, but we're going to do what now?
150.
All right. Anyway, yeah, he turned somebody out there said, "Oh, about time for the dust collector." Well, when you got those big chips like that falling around, it's not all that. But with he sanding, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, how much of the dust was going straight into the tube over there.
Spirals right here.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and regarding the aggressive thing, when you are trying to get something done on a time show, that I can see that. I mean, I know there's critiques on that, but there's no doubt in my mind that you know how to do it, and you just
I mean, like I said, everybody's doing everything the exact same way. So yes, he's being aggressive.
I'm making some compromises.
To try to get done before the show's over, so we're not all here till midnight. Also, so
yeah.
All right, so. He's going to go back to the sanding, and you might have to mute, and I'm going to turn the dust collection back on. Is it the same button?
No, the other one next to it. One side's on, one side's off. Oh, there you
It's not as bad this time.
My YouTube channel, like, you want to see how I really do it?
You know, I hit the mute button, but I don't think it muted him.
I think I'm going to take some long.
Just made it more quiet, and that's fine.
That was the other pen that I made.
Very nice.
Color pen, that's Black Kill. Jeff Robinson is saying JP or Temple Boy need to do a demo. Probably, I assume they're talking about the Sheen shit stuff. Crap. Oh, so much for family friendly. Dag nabbit.
What are we gonna do?
There is actually a video that's not long been out. They're kind of like the Hampshire Sheen and Yorkshire Grit are kind of like partners in crime, if you like. And if you go to Facebook, the Hampshire Sheen group or fan page, if you like, on there, Martin Saban Smith, who is the creator of Hampshire Sheen, has done like a little video on there of the two together. So yeah, he's always putting videos up of his products and things like that. So.
Oh, by the way, total subject change. If you're ever going to be typing on a keyboard, make sure your loose-fitting shirt sleeve is not hanging over an ashtray. It was a new shirt.
Was it your favorite shirt?
No.
Okay, well, that's good.
I just rarely have the money to buy clothes, and when I finally did, I burned a hole in one. Alrighty then. So, back to the show.
I got T-shirts for sale.
So good. I need long sleeves right now.
Did you ever get my stickers, Zach?
I believe so. When?
Oh, right, okay. Just making sure.
Did you just recently send one?
I sent one a long time ago.
Yeah,
but,
it's on that rotating back here.
Yeah, I sent out a lot of stickers, and sometimes they don't seem to ever turn up.
No.
A lot of them gets lost in the mail, I believe. So I always keep checking up on people, make sure they get them.
Yeah, with one thing, I keep every sticker and I keep every letter. I actually have a drawer over here of all the letters I've gotten. So
yeah,
if anybody ever sends me anything, I keep it.
Yeah.
Russ or Daryl, me.
Put it on the bottom of the teardrop. that's where I put the stickers.
Did you see what Pat Lap done with my sticker? He put it on the bottom of his lathe, so no one could see it.
Now, I know people in the outside chat are talking about using wood for the handles of the wire. Is that for danger's sake or safety's sake, or does that wire get hot? Obviously, it's getting hot on the bowl or whatever you're turning, but does it get hot for the length of the wire? I would imagine it's for a combination of both safety and heat control.
They're muted. You muted, Russ?
No, I was talking to the outside chat.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, so everybody was saying both. Some are saying safety. Yeah. No, I was telling in the outside chat earlier, I had a piece fly off and knock the plastic out of my face shield, and they say, well, somebody had recommended where they could send me a link. I believe it was Might or Mike for a better shield. It was actually a good shield. I just that whatever was on there, it flew off so bloody hard and hit it square in the middle, and it just, of course, I may have not had the plastic in there good enough, but thank God. I mean, you think I'm ugly now if that face shield hadn't been on. I just opened the door on that one. Yeah, let's change the subject. Yeah, the wire does get hotter the longer it's on.
Friction, man. Friction heat.
Yes, sir.
There is also another one. I believe it was Nick Ferry that made the video.
Yeah.
If you get like a little hook on the end of, you could just turn yourself a little handle and just get a little hook.
All right, guys.
Then you just push it inside the rim of the bowl, if you like, and
That's right.
the heat from the hook will just push it in, and it'll cause
All
a burn
right, guys.
mark.
Daryl now has got his shine juice that he's going to apply to the inside and outside of the bowl. The special juice, it's up to him if he wants to tell you how he makes it. So,
Well, if it's the same one Braxton uses, he's already done a video on it.
Yeah, it might be because a lot of people use it, but it's basically equal parts linseed oil, shellac, and denatured alcohol.
Yep, that's signed by.
Yep.
That's not the kind Donald Vloxify uses.
Yeah, that's
It's different shine juice.
yeah. I think there's different formulas out there to make it, but this stuff
I
works
think Cat
fantastic.
makes something like it too.
Yeah, so
I use that for my boots.
one thing to be careful of is when the denatured alcohol tends to evaporate if it sits too long. So sometimes you got to monitor that kind of crap.
Do you drink it with ice?
All the time.
yeah, you got
That's what I was asking. I said Donald can drink his.
Temple Boy Turnings wants to know if any sanding sealer first. I haven't, but I it probably
Not for
wouldn't hurt.
this. No.
no. Actually, the sanding sealer used to be back in the days of varnishes, and so now that we've come out with the new polyurethanes and stuff like that, actually they tell you not to use sanding sealer underneath polyurethane. So
That, and I would imagine whether or not the wood was porous would play a part.
yeah, well, the sanding sealer used to seal the wood for the older varnishes. I mean, that's what they all use for. You go into any paint store anywhere now and you ask them for sanding sealer. The last couple of times they didn't even have any, and I haven't seen any on the shelf in quite some time.
Yeah, and Ken Moon is saying that the shine juice acts like a sanding sealer.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
It
use
seals
shellac for sanding sealer.
but it works real. Yeah, you can use. You can also use shellac. I mean, there's several different things. But if you'll read the instructions on your polyurethane, they don't even recommend it. The first coat of polyurethane, you just thin it down a little bit more and apply it, and then you start coming back over it with the other coats of polyurethane.
Gary Griffith says Lowe's carries sanding sealer.
Yeah, there's my favorite store. You mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's, like I said, there's a lot of places that even quit carrying it.
I'm a Home Depot guy myself.
Yeah, I like.
I
Home
just go to who.
Depot.
I
like
go to
Big
whatever's
Orange.
closest. I like whatever's closest or cheapest. Well, besides Harbor Freight.
You don't need anything underneath this. The shine juice is its own sealer and finish all in one.
Just have to let it heat up a little bit.
Now, what he does is his technique is as he's applying it, after he gets it all nice and applied, then he turns on the lathe, and then he can apply it also at a lower speed. He's just not changing the belts for this. But and then he puts the paper towel on it very aggressively to cause it to heat up, and that kind of like forms the finish.
Kind of like here.
Yeah, Temple Boy Turnings is saying sanding sealer brings up the grain after the last sand. Then sand again to a smoother finish. I use sanding sealer on every piece.
Yep. Well, different strokes for different folks.
My God, just don't. Never mind. I don't. Just family friendly show. Dang,
Be honest with you, there's no right or wrong way. There is your way and however you want to do it.
Now
And
there's
what-
done.
Then there's wrong. My way can be the wrong way, but I tend to learn things the hard way.
So you're gonna flip it around?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so he's got the finish. And I'm going to tell you, be honest with you, on these bowls that he's turned, I have turned and I've used lacquer. I've used various finishes for throughout the years, including polyurethane. And I have never felt anything as smooth as these bowls that he has turned. These are just they may not have a real high gloss shine to them.
Because I don't like that.
Yeah, and he likes more of a satin type of a shine.
I love glossy shine.
Yeah, the smoothness of these are just out of this world. How I was totally blown away, especially when I turned that bowl that I did today, on how smooth it turned out.
Yeah, Miter Mike wants to know what you're using as an applicator.
Paper towel.
Paper towel.
Paper towel.
A cheap one from Sam's Club.
Yeah, and for anybody that doesn't do turning, paper towels are best to use because a rag can get caught, a paper towel will rip.
That is beautiful.
Thank you. Oh.
I'm rushing, obviously, to get this done, but I would have spent a little bit more time on it. But, I mean, all things considered, it doesn't look too bad to me.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, the rushing through a show. I mean, I almost never break. Well, I do break blades, but I did a live show once on Brian Gidney's show, Summers Woodworking, and I broke God knows how many blades. I was embarrassed. I know it's a total different topic, but anyway, live shows.
Let me go grab this up.
So now that he's out of the way, I'll take over.
You are getting compliments on it.
I keep on wanting to turn around every time I talk. I am so used to doing the show where the camera's mounted on top of the laptop. So I'm always looking at the laptop. So I keep finding myself looking back at the laptop behind me to talk to it, but yet the camera's over here. So it's kind of funny. I'm looking over in the chat section. Yes, I am watching the chat. You can see it over here. Let's see.
For those of you that don't know, these are flat jaws.
Hold on. Let me turn the camera back around. Hey, well, let them look at me for a change.
For those of you that don't know, these are flat jaws or cold jaws, and these allow me to mount the bowl backwards so that I can turn off this tenon or adjust the bottom, and that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. Set this up ahead of time.
Well, actually, you don't think you knew the size of the bowl, so.
Can I ask a quick question about the them jaws? I don't know how true it is or not. Is it true that you can only run them at a certain speed?
Yes. It says that right on the jaws it says you can only run it up to 600 RPM. I'm brave, but not that brave, so I'm not going to break that rule.
Temple Boy wanted to make it clear he wasn't criticizing. He knows that everybody does it different.
Yeah, I'm not saying I wasn't taking it as criticism. I was just letting everybody know that different individuals, like he's showing me how to turn bowls, and in the same aspect, once I get to my house, I'm going to adapt him and the way he showed me to my own way, and that happens with a lot of people.
Yeah, it could have been my wording that made it sound like criticism, so I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's no big deal. It's just that you take from your teacher and you go home and you use it and adapt it to your own way. One thing I did learn today about whenever I was using the tool, that I noticed I got the other bowl that I turned, I got a lot of chatter with it. And let me step on the other side while he's doing that.
Steve's a hater.
Daryl was quick to point out on these. I'm going to use my finger as the tool rest. And Daryl was quick to point out what I was doing with the tool was when I was actually doing it, I was actually cocking the tool just a little bit to the side when I was holding it, and that was causing the chatter rather than resting it flat on the work or on the tool rest. So I kept on asking him, why am I getting the chatter? And he tried it and he goes, well, I'm not getting the chatter. Let me watch you again. So he saw that and he says, yeah, you're tilting the tool to one side or another. Oops. You're tilting the tool this way or this way, and that's causing the chatter. So,
And
That's the advantage to square tubed carbide tools.
yeah, so I did not. I mean, if it hadn't been for him showing me that today, doing it on my own, I might not have ever noticed that and might have continued with the chatter. Go ahead.
the other thing that I wanted to point out was when I was watching Russ do it, the thing I noticed is that he was white knuckling. I call it white knuckling, but holding on really tightly to the bar, which I get that. You know, if you're starting out, you know, you want to make sure that it doesn't fly off, so you hold on real tight. But the problem with that is if you're really cranking down, your body has a natural tendency to do this. So then he was rolling the tool forward. So really, when you're using these, you know, sometimes you want to have pressure downwards with your hand over, but it's not. It's more just to keep it down, not gripping it. You know, so loosen. If you're having that problem, loosen up your grip with this hand, and you'll find that it'll work a lot better. So.
All right, so now we're going over and he's gonna finish turning the bottom of this.
I'm really only using the tool, the tailstock, just to keep it from running away.
In case it decides to break loose, that kind of helps keep it from flying all over the place. Have you turned your RPMs down?
Nope, not yet. Getting ready. Come over to third one.
Yeah, I learned a lot today being up here, and only I wished I'd got up here sooner. Now that I thought about it, I wished I'd got up here this morning, but would have had more time. Time flies when you're having fun, trust me.
These are always scary. I do that.
I think we lost Charles.
Yeah, it seems it.
Yep.
Yeah, just suddenly dropped off.
Yeah.
Seems like a big propeller. Blows air everywhere. There have been times where I tried to move it while it was going and it moved around the bowl. That's okay.
I don't know how I'm feeling about that foot.
Miter Mike wants to know what the biggest size lathe or biggest size bowl you can turn on this lathe. What did you say, 29 inches?
Yeah, I can do 16 inches over the bed, 12 inches over the rest, and the head can turn out up to 90 degrees, and there's an outrigger attachment that goes here with a separate tool rest, and at that point you can do 29 inches.
So he can turn a real big.
I don't like that, but I'm gonna let it go for the sake of getting it done. More compromise. We're almost there. Look at that. It's all the snow we're going to get.
Yeah.
I'll still send you some.
Yeah. We only got a few more minutes, folks, so we'll be done.
I'm going to part that little piece off.
He's running through the grits right now on the sandpaper.
Or that last one, yeah. You know, during the hurricane, it was doing that too. It was doing that thing where it goes,
Yeah,
but
the
you
doors,
could see it.
yeah.
It was like it was breathing. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can't believe how big the wind is blowing down here. I mean, it's like you get 40, 45 miles an hour gusts sometimes, which we only have in like tropical storms and stuff. So it's like a constant.
Let's do it. I could do that slow. Get rid of that last little bit. Should spend more time there.
Here's I find it now. Everybody still okay out there? It's awfully quiet.
Yeah.
Thought I put everybody to sleep.
What was you saying that shrine juice was again?
What's that?
What was you saying that was in the shrine juice again?
It is equal parts of boiled linseed oil,
Yeah.
shellac, and denatured alcohol.
Right. Okay.
So in other words, if you use 1 cup of boiled linseed oil, 1 cup of shellac, and 1 cup of denatured alcohol.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you got a echo. I can see your green bar up and down.
All right. There you go.
I love you.
That's nice. Excellent work, boys.
Now, along the lines of everybody does.
I'm going to move the camera back over here. We're working on all right, I'm going to have to mute you because it is coming from your bars are going woo, 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 woo. So anyway, what were you going to say? You were going to say something.
So along the lines of everybody does it differently. Actually, tonight isn't really a good example of the way that I turn bowls. So I'm hoping that in the next couple of probably in the next couple of weeks, I'll be doing a couple of turning videos on my YouTube channel, Knot Wooodshop. So if you'd like to see the way that I normally do it, then you might want to check that out at some point in the near future. I'm really surprised that I was able to produce a finished bowl.
And we did it. It is what time is it?
9:25.
9:25. So we only went 25 minutes over, so that's not too bad. But yeah, look at you. Go ahead.
It's 2:25 in the morning over here.
I think it turned out well. I like it, and he's even going to give this to me, so I'm even more tickled. So yeah, it's beautiful. The camphor, man, it opens up your sinuses big time. I'm so used to looking. I'm looking down there, and the camera's up here, but camphor, wow, smells good. I mean, yeah, I understand that there wasn't people out there. They're putting their own thing into the chat, and I did not mean to sound like taking it as criticism. I know they're just saying that they do it this way or they do it that. But my point also is everybody does things a little bit differently than the other people. They still turn out the same. Let me tell you, some of the bowls he turns are absolutely beautiful. So he obviously knows what the heck he's doing. So, but and when you're put on a time frame of 1 hour or 1 hour and a half or whatever to do some of these projects that we do, it is stretching it. It is pushing it.
Not just the time factor. I got no room to correct anything.
Yeah. So I mean, you're live. You're in front of a bunch of people, so it makes a lot of difference. So, but I appreciate all the people in the chat, from Stephen Twidell to Mark Stallings, Mitchell Bailey, Donna Presley's out there. Hi, Donna. Robert Evans, Temple Boy Turning still out there. Ken Moon, thank you for watching us tonight and hanging in there with us till the end. Mike, what is that? Bandel?
Bonte?
Bonte, okay. Bandte, Bonte, maybe Banty. All right, Gary Griffiths is out there. Thank all of you, Jeff Robinson, Katie Dotson. Hey, Katie, how you doing? Thank you all for being out there and watching while we did this tonight. I appreciate it very much. Thank you guys for being on the panel and especially the last lone three, Chris Ahern, Jamie Page, and Tommy for waiting out. Oh, we got abandoned, guys. There are only 5 of us left, Daryl and me and you 3. So, but anyway, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Anything, the last words?
Nope. Thank you guys for hopping on to watch me butcher this bowl.
It ain't butcher, it's beautiful. So I guess we've only, and then once again, thank you. And don't forget about checking out over there at Brian Summers Woodworking. He's on Facebook about Beth's cancer thing. And if you have a couple extra bucks, I would have very much appreciated if you donated it to them for their cancer fund. So I appreciate that very much. I'll only have one thing left to do. Thank you, Chris Ahern, Jamie Page, and Tommy Gonzalez for hanging on to the last. Thanks all of y'all for being on the chat. And just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even and I got it in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
I gotta find the mouse to turn this thing off.